What is good, Meat Boys? We got another absolutely. Okay, truthfully, this is not that much of a stacked card, but nonetheless, we'll be breaking down some bangers as always. And it's another Meat Locker first show. We got Ronnie Lawrence, aka the Heat, taking on Trevin Jones, aka Five Star. This one should be very interesting because when we saw Ronnie Lawrence last in his UFC debut against Vince Cachero, this was a guy who just looked impressive on all fronts. I mean, he is extremely well-rounded, has that amazing wrestling, heavy pressure, and really just confused and frustrated Vince Cachero that entire night before ultimately getting an impressive finish in that third round. So it was an amazing debut, and he looks to continue it against Trevin Jones, aka Five Star, who is coming in on a nice little run of himself. He's 13-6 overall. He's won a couple fights in a row, and some guys that he beat along the way. Mario Bautista, he finished him. That opened a card a couple weeks ago, UFC 259, and he was a dog in that fight, and he managed to take out Bautista early in that contest. So that was impressive, and he got that KO finish over Timur Valiant before that. So going to be a tough one, but nonetheless, we're bullish on Ronnie Lawrence in this one. We differ from Tapology, but what are your thoughts on this one? Why do you think Ronnie Lawrence is an absolute meat lock, and what do you love about the Heat?
Yeah, so Ronnie Lawrence is an absolute heat locker. I mean, he's on a beautiful four-fight win streak. He's a slight favorite on the odds makers, which, I mean, they're on the same page as, Meat Boy MMA. So, uh, they're not casuals, clearly. But yeah, the 29-year-old, he is going to smash. He's just so well-rounded all around. He's just a better fighter. I think he's just really going to maul him on the feet, on the ground, wherever it goes. Now, Five Star is a five-star tough dude, but he's not ready for the heat. That is guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah, with you all the way. And, it looks like 61% is rolling with Trevin Jones. So I think this is going to be one of the, few times where our meat locker definitely differs greatly from the Tapology metrics. But nonetheless, 61% rolling with Jones, majority by KO, TKO. I tend to think that if Trevin Jones can get this done, it's going to have to be early. It's going to have to be by a finish. But I just think Ronnie Lawrence is way too tough, way too well-rounded, and that Ronnie Lawrence is going to dictate where this fight goes. It's not going to be a stand and bang contest that Trevin Jones might prefer, and instead is going to be a very dynamic Ronnie Lawrence mixing it up. Right, he's got those gnarly calf kicks. He'll throw, those spin kicks once in a while, and then he's taking you down, pressuring you against the cage, and just kind of really doing a good job of mixing it up. So we're rolling with that 39% who is bullish on the Heat. We'll be throwing down 200 at minus 155 odds. It's going to net 129.03 and should get us our 29th meat lock. We might say last week should have been the 29th meat lock, but the judges disagreed, unfortunately. So, nonetheless, definitely we'll be back in this one. Any last thoughts on Ronnie Lawrence versus Trevin Jones meet?
No, this is a nice little sizzle, and like we said, boys, this is not the most exciting card, but we break down all these cards for you guys, so you guys get the scoop, and you guys decide what you guys agree with, what you don't. If you guys go with the meat lock or you're not going with the meat lock, let us know in the comments. So throw it in the comments who you guys got in all these other breakdowns we do, and I mean, this card is probably a sleeper where everyone's gonna be sleeping on it, and then all these no names just absolutely blow our minds. So, still excited for this card. But yeah, check out other videos.